How much money do you need to stop living paycheck to paycheck? And why is it so hard to feel financially secured? When it comes to money decisions, we are all dealing with different circumstances. And so we make our decisions based on our own experiences with money. But this actually also means that financial security means different things to each and every one of us. So in order to create a level playing field for this discussion, let's take a simpler definition and say that financial security is having enough money to cover your expenses, emergencies, and retirement without having any concerns of running out of money. A report by Bankrate reveals that Americans feel that they need $233,000 in order to feel financially secured. But according to the US Census Bureau, the average American only makes $75,000. This means that there's a clear gap between what people need and what people actually earn. The report also reveals that 72% of Americans feel that they are not financially secured. And what's even sad is that 42% of them feel that they will never be financially secure. You might be experiencing this very same feeling right now, or you might have experienced it in the past when you went through some financial difficulties. If so, please comment down below with a blue heart and also share how you overcame this situation. In this video, I will go through how the gap between what you need and versus what you actually earn is created, and also cover ways to minimize the gap and make it smaller. Let's start a few years back during the pandemic. The House committee indicated that over 100,000 employees were actually laid off by the largest American companies. Furthermore, the US government spent over $1.8 trillion giving out stimulus and subsidies to individuals and to families in order to help them through the COVID-19 pandemic. During the same period, there was an increase of medical costs caused by the long-term medical health issues that people were facing. These are just some of the factors that fueled the decline of household income, while the cost of living kept increasing. After the pandemic, the situation got even worse. There were no more government stimulus checks being given, and Americans had to start repaying their student loan debts. Healthcare costs actually kept climbing up. Furthermore, post-COVID pandemic, the US experienced a sharp increase in inflation. This meant that the Fed had to use measures such as hiking up interest rates, and this led to a large majority of Americans being faced with ballooning debt that they still had to pay off. These interest rate hikes affected everything, from mortgages to credit card and the student debt loans that still needed to be paid back. All of this happened while a majority of Americans did not have any increase in their wages. All of these factors contributed even more to the decline of household income, while the cost of living just kept increasing. Coming back to you, how can you minimize the cost to income gap that has now been created? The most important need for a majority of people in the world is housing. If you are renting and you are struggling to keep up with the rental payments, consider maybe moving to a smaller apartment if it's possible and it's available for you. I know that in a lot of countries, there's actually a shortage of housing that currently is happening. For those who have a house and a mortgage to pay, consider fixing your interest rates, because we don't know if there's more interest rate hikes to come. You can then refinance when the interest rates are lower in order to start paying at a lower interest rate for your mortgage. Because one of the things that is actually creating instability and insecurity in your finances is the fluctuation of interest rates. So keeping it constant and fixing the interest rate will help you to at least manage the amount that is coming out for mortgage payments every month from your bank. Then we need to look at our needs and our wants. This is the perfect time to adapt your lifestyle in order to survive and change how your cost to income gap is actually structured. We all need to adapt in order to survive. The old budgeting advice would say that we need to spend 50% on essentials, 30% on our wants, and 20% on saving or paying off debt that we currently have. But this doesn't work anymore, especially because wages have remained stagnant while the cost of living has increased due to inflation. Now, because we are all facing different circumstances and we are experiencing different things, our decision on money is going to be different. So you need to change your budgeting ratio and reallocate the income that you have coming in so that it's more suitable for your circumstances. There's a few steps that you can take in order to achieve financial stability and stop living paycheck to paycheck. Sort out your retirement funds in order to feel more financially secure and at ease about the future of your finances. If there are any bonuses offered by your employer, take them up so that you can build a higher pension fund for your retirement. Automate your finances. Make sure that you have fixed savings for each month, and make sure that at any point, the debt payments that you make are not higher than the savings that you are able to make each month for yourself. This will help you to start building the wealth that you need, start saving up, and start investing so that your wealth will eventually be higher than the debt that you have. The bottom line is, managing your money across a range of financial instruments is no longer something that only the rich or only the financially ambitious people should look out for. No, you need to learn how to manage your finances and look at each and every different financial vehicle and financial support that you can get in order to build your wealth, pay off your debt, and stop living paycheck to paycheck. Because we all know, it really has nothing to do with how much you earn. It's all about your expenses, how much you are able to cut down from that, and how much you are able to save by not spending too much on the things that are not necessary. And if you spend way less than what you make, this will automatically happen for you. Even after understanding the reality of living paycheck to paycheck, you might still have no idea on how to start investing when you are actually broke. That's why you have to watch this video where I explain how to start investing when you are still financially insecure and perhaps still living paycheck to paycheck. If you found any of the information that I've shared with you today to be helpful, please like and subscribe to my channel. It really helps out my channel so that more people who might be faced with the same situation that you are will find the channel easier.